a 30-second sound bite, but
55 actually.
55. Well, I round up.
Please.
And but you have been broadcasting in parts of 7 decades.
That's true.
But as you take this headset off for the last time, man, we salute you, and I just wonder how you're going to spend your time now, man.
How I will spend my time in the future? Okay, I think a little traveling with my wife Heather, and we'll have to leave our 2 pugs behind. They won't be happy about that. With 4 kids, 8 grandchildren, I think, as I told you, Ernie, a couple weeks back, the pandemic, although it was a horrible thing for a lot of people, I found it was like a rehearsal for retirement, and I kind of enjoyed myself. I'm a fan of social distancing, and I enjoyed TV binging and working out, and we weren't able to go to the kind of restaurants we usually go to in New York, but we enjoyed ourselves, and I read a lot, and I think I won't have any problem filling the time. Although once October and November rolls around, I'm sure I will miss the fact that I'm, not getting ready to call games. In fact, it's so ridiculous, with all my notes here, I realize, why am I saving these? It's like habit. I have all these index cards, and here's a chart. So, yeah.
Well, can you sign one for each of us and send back with the producer so we can have your index card of your
Charles,
last?
it'll be a slight fee, but yeah. I'd be happy to do that. Of calling so many highlights of you, Charles, and Shaq, of course, and Kenny, and Ernie, some highlights of your basketball playing. And I'll always remember when I'm, was broadcasting, the fact that people like Charles and Shaq and Kenny were really so gracious in terms of, we had a post-game interviews or interviews before games. Charles would just sit around for, it seemed like an hour. And I remember Julius Erving was like that. He would just sit and talk to writers after a game for a long period of time. And I always admire that. And Charles did the same. And I remember telling a producer who was working at NBC with me, he would be unbelievable on television. And the producer said, well, if he cuts out the profanity, which I believe he has, I don't think there's been any bleeping involved.
And Marv, I just want to say this. The NBA, this is my 36th year. And it's a fraternity and a family. It's not just the players. It's not just the coaches. It's not just the national announcers or the local announcers. It's the trainers and everybody. And you've been a big part of our family for a long time. Everybody makes it successful. Everybody makes it successful. And it started in your heyday with the Knicks and goes on to Magic and Bird. I always said Magic and Bird are 2 most important people in NBA history. No disrespect to John Havlicek, Bill Russell, and those guys. But Magic and Bird made the NBA what it is today, and Michael took it to another level. And Kobe, LeBron, and Tim Duncan, and Popovich, and all those guys made it. But I just want to say, for making my life great for the last 36 years, thank you for being part of our family, man. Thank you.
Marv,
Thank you, Charles.
Marv,
I appreciate that.
There's 2 reasons I knew that I was somebody. The first reason was in 1989 when Ernie Johnson came to my house. The second reason was when you said my name at Madison Square Garden after I shot a baseline jumper. Just wanted to say thank you. In this thing of ours, the game has always been beautiful, but guys like you, Ernie and Mike, you make it more than it is with your golden voice. You're definitely going to be missed. I never thought this day would happen to where I wouldn't be able to hear your voice. But I just want to say thank you for saying my name. Thank you for helping me believe that I was a great player, even though I wasn't. We love you. Much
Amen,
success.
brother.
And, we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Shaq, I appreciate those words. Thank you.
And Marv, growing up in New York City, man.
You do a good impersonation, incidentally.
Marv, I honestly, between yourself and Warner Wolf, Guy Warner Wolf, those are 2 people that I emulated kind of even when I got to Turner and TNT. So yourself and him. But for me, hearing it on radio, you can make me laugh, you can make me cry, you can make me smile without watching the game. And I could paint a picture. My favorite rapper of all time is the Notorious B.I.G. And you could paint a picture like he could, or he tried to, like you, I guess, paint a picture when you weren't there. And I could see everything happening. I could see the people walking up in the aisles. That is an unbelievable asset to have that will be missed. And then going on the TV, and like Shaq said, to hearing you call my name, which is like you made it. When Marv is calling your game, you look in the stands and you see yourself, and you know, you think of a 6-year-old kid listening to you on radio, and then all of a sudden you're doing my games. That was an incredible feeling. You were the best of the best, the favorite broadcaster's favorite broadcaster. But I'll ask you one question. You hear Michael Jordan. You're the Michael Jordan of this. You know, he says the game is good hands because of these guys, Kobe, Shaq. But when you see this, is the game of broadcasting in good hands, and why?
Oh, no, definitely. I think, first of all, there are more opportunities now since cable TV came, and now, of course, you have so many teams that are hiring announcers, which when I was growing up, you did not have. Every team has almost every game on television or radio, and there were very few jobs when I first started out. I mean, I was very fortunate that I did get a job at a young age, but I do want to say, Kenny, you told me a story once when you were a little kid. You were listening to a Knick game, and you were such a Knick fan that you started crying. I really enjoyed that, actually.
It's true, man. It's true.
And Marv, let me just close out this way. Look, you've been the soundtrack for the NBA for all these years, and no telling how many generations of fans have grown up with your voice. And just hearing your voice on a game told everybody out there this is big. So, well done, and thanks for letting us be your teammates, man. It's been an honor, and all the best to you.
My honor, Ernie. Really, you guys are funny, informational, crazy at times, but it's the best sports show on television, and I'll be an ardent fan forever as I watch you guys as the season opens up again next year. Thanks for the nice comments.
No, there will never be another like Marv Albert. Thanks.
Love you, Marv.
Okay, guys.
Frazier brings the ball up court. He passes over to Monroe. Over that timeline. It was,
His career wouldn't have lasted that long if it had sounded like that.
That's good.
Man. Just don't know, man.
All right.
Don't know.
Man, that was something. That, yeah.
You can't say thank you enough.
Yeah.
You can't say thank you enough. And, man, it was an honor and a privilege for him to call my name on television all these years, and then to get to work with him, spend time with him. I just want to thank him. But listen, man, I've been in this thing for 36 years. All of us in this thing together. Every coach, every player, every announcer.
Ooh, that's the boss, Shadell Castro.
That's something you don't see often, a cougar that's not in the wild.
Oh, man. Tara August, our boss, Tara August, she's there, giving Marv his great, I'm not going
Real quick.
giving a great goodbye, being there in person. Tara, good job.
Real
That's
quick.
right, ladies and gentlemen. We have an African-American female boss here at Turner. Yes, we do.
Who you got in the final, Shaq?
I'm going to go with, I met Giannis today. He was a very respectful gentleman. I'm going to go with Milwaukee Bucks.
In
6.
Wait, hold on. How can you pick a guy? This not even a fair question.
Because we don't know.
We don't know
when
if
we're
Giannis is going to play.
I know.
I mean, we don't know that, Shaq.
If he plays. If Giannis is playing and relatively healthy, who's going to win? Let's leave it as that.
Well done. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns. I just think that this is their year. They don't make mistakes. You beat them. There's two different things. Like, there's certain teams that make mistakes to win, and they lose, rather. The Phoenix Suns, you just beat them. And I don't know if you could beat the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul doesn't turn the basketball over. Devin Booker gets shots. I think this is their year.
I hate to say this. I think the best thing happened to the Milwaukee Bucks was Giannis getting hurt. Because they have unleashed Drew Holiday, the aggressive Drew Holiday. I think he's going to be fantastic in the finals against Chris Paul, as much as I love Chris Paul. If Giannis is 85 to 90%, I'm going to go with Milwaukee. But all my heart and soul is going to be pulling for my Phoenix Suns. I will tell you that.
Huh?
But I think,
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Yeah,
but go
huh?
ahead.
what I think the Bucks are going to win the series.
All right, well, you only get one pick.
No, but I'm saying all my heart and soul is going to be rooting for the Suns.
Your heart and soul.
But he is on a
Suns
roll.
and
He's
Suns
hit
then.
5 straight. He's hit 5 straight guaranteed.
All right, well,
He
guaranteed.
missed 5 before that, too.
Guaranteed then.
50%.
Last show, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks.
No,
Okay,
there should not be anything on there.
Yo, hey, Ernie, stop. It's coming down, Ernie. It's coming down, Ernie. It's coming down.
Oh,
Ernie.
aboard.
He missed it earlier. Remember, he's the only one that didn't get it.
Steve, abort. Fiorillo, stop.
Oh, man.
Hit the button, Fiorillo. It's a malfunction.
Hey, they'll be
Fiorello,
dancing.
stop.
They'll be dancing on the mean streets at the end
Yes,
of the
they
finals.
will.
Kenny,
I like Milwaukee too.
I never had balls drop on my head before.
Stop it.